Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Craig with more Activity Box training. Today we're going to be looking at how to make bookings. So here I am on the test site. I'm going to enter my username and password and we'll go straight to the login page. We're going to quickly check and make sure I don't have any new messages, and then I'm going to click enter. Okay, when we enter the system, we're going to go straight to the main booking page. And to make a new reservation for an activity is very easy. There's a few ways of doing it. The quickest is just choose the date that you want to make a booking by using the calendar button here. I'll choose, say, the 18th of February. And then you just choose the product that you're looking to book. So the little field here next to us shows us the product listing. And we can see all the different products that are available on that date. So for this we'll make a horseback booking. ActivityBox then refreshes and gives us a list of all the operators that are offering horseback riding on the date we've chosen. So in this case we have just the Ranch River Rouge, and we can read about that operator here. Well, a short description, their current satisfaction rating, where they're located, and if they offer transport with their activities. Now, when you have multiple operators listed, say for dog sledding or snowmobiling, it's useful to know if they include transport or not, because some of your customers may not have a car and as such might only want to go with activities that include transport. So that's a useful piece of information. So to make a booking now, I just click on the operator's logo and that will open up a screen detailing all their individual activities that are available on this date. So we can see that they have a 1 hour horseback with no transport. And if I want more information about this activity, I can just click on the photo and that will open this little dialogue. I can read about it and I can see some general information at the bottom. And then to make a booking, I just simply choose one of the 5 days worth of availability here and I click book start times. If ever you see a red no availability or not scheduled, obviously that means that that activity is not available on that date. So you don't need to understand why, you just obviously can't book it. I just click book start times here on Thursday the 18th. And that will now open up my page where I can see what times are available and what ticket types I can book. These are called participant types here. So let's make a reservation for 10 o'clock, and we're going to book a couple of adults. And you'll see the next page is where we enter in the number of tickets that I want, and it shows me the price per ticket, how many are currently available. And it also opens up all the other participants types to save me having to go back and forth between pages. So I'm just going to book a family of 4 here, 4 places, and then I'm going to click save. Now this then next page gives me a chance to review what I just booked, and it allows me to add some more places if I want to, or I can remove some places. I can add more activities or return back to the previous screen, or I can click check out. So for this test activity, we're going to add some more activities now. And you can see at the top of the screen, because we have one activity already booked, or actually pending to be booked, ActivityBox is tracking is this for. As you see, it says we have one bookings total of $239.30, and that's in Canadian dollars. I can click on the flag here, and that will change it into US dollars at the current exchange rate. And then these icons over here allow me to go to the shopping cart, which we'll come to shortly, or I can delete all my bookings. I can add more time onto my booking. Currently right now I've got 9 minutes and 30 seconds to finish the reservation, and that's a countdown timer that's done there. It's a very good feature, because if you get interrupted during your booking before you've finished it, then after 10 minutes the system will automatically put those places back into inventory, so you don't have to worry about having activities outstanding or pending that are not paid for. But it's also smart. Every time I click on a new button, it resets back to 10 minutes because the system knows that we're still working on the reservation. So right now, well, let's add another activity. I'm going to scroll down. Here we go. I'm going to book some snow tubing. So I'll click on the operator's logo again. That will open up his activity listing. I'll choose a date. We'll book Friday this time. And we're going to add this activity to the existing horseback one we have. So again, here's the start time lists and all the ticket types that I can book. So I'm going to book a family of 4 at 5 o'clock. So that's a ticket for a family of 4. And I'll just book one of them because that's actually 4 places in total. That's 2 adults and 2 children, which is what I want. Click save, and again that now adds it to my pending bookings, and we can see here in a minute, we're going to see it's going to say you have now 2 bookings, and it will then refresh the total. Okay, so again I can review those tickets I've just bought. I can add more, I can remove them, I can continue to add activities, or I can now check out. Clicking out brings us to the shopping cart page, and we can access the shopping cart anytime whilst we're making bookings by just clicking this icon here. But the shopping cart lists all the activities that we have pending in date and time order, and we're able to do a few things to these activities. If I select one, I can add comments to the activity, and these are comments that both the customer can see, or I can send internal comments, which is just for the operators to see. So I've got something there that I don't want the customer to read about. I just click save when I've added a comment, and it goes back to the shopping cart now. I can choose to expand a booking by clicking this button here. What that does, it allows me to enter in all the individual names of all the participants. That's particularly useful if you're making reservations for fly fishing or fishing tours and the operator needs to get fishing permits organized in advance. Activity box will automatically take you to that page if that is necessary for that activity. And then obviously the other controls, I can select an activity and remove it. I can edit it. I can clear all the activities, which is the same as this empty shopping cart button here, or again I can add activities. So we're going to just check out now and finish the booking. So the next bit I'm going to come to is the cancellation policy. You need to read this to your customer and click I agree with this condition, and this is just to make sure that you are telling the customer that there are cancellation fees if they choose to change the booking. Okay, now we're going to enter in the customer's details, and you just follow the fields here. The fields with the asterisks are the ones that you must fill in, but you choose a language first, English or French customer. That dictates what the language of the confirmation is. Then you're going to enter the first name and then their last name. Let's have a look. I'll just make one up here. And their email address, that's important so that you can send a confirmation to the customer by email. Local telephone number, this here should be their cell phone number, because this is the number the operators will use if they need to reach them, and this here should be maybe their hotel number. Okay, you can add some more fields down here. You can add their home address if you'd like. Definitely I recommend to put in their local address where they may be staying at the hotel, when they're checking in how many nights, and then definitely you need to enter in now their credit card details. Now very quickly, if you're a reseller that uses the embedded payment functionality of ActivityBox, which means that you let ActivityBox take payment for you, then here you'll have the option of Visa, MasterCard or American Express only. If you're an operator who does not use the embedded payment, then obviously you'll be taking your own payments. It's up to you to take payments off your customer, and here you'll have all the payment options that you've asked for. So we're going to just select Visa, and I'm going to enter in just a pretend Visa number for the sake of testing, and you can use this same number if you want when you're doing test reservations, and it will allow you to process bookings without actually taking payment. So I'm now going to click save, and that will now take me to my final payment page where ActivityBox is presuming that I want to take payment on the Visa card I've just entered in for all the participants. But in fact, if I want to, I can just select the participants I want to pay for, and I can split the payments up into multiple types. So for this, I'm just going to leave it selected all. I'll click continue, and then in a moment ActivityBox is going to automatically take payment for us and confirm the transaction has been approved. So you can see that here, a little pop-up saying the transaction has been approved. Something's important is to make sure your customer knows that on their credit card statement the payment is processed by ActivityBox. Again, that's if you're using the embedded payment. Okay, just click OK now, and this next page is then how we're going to send the confirmations to the customers. Don't change anything here, just click continue, and then automatically ActivityBox is going to send the confirmations for the bookings to both the operators and the customer automatically. And then it confirms how it sent it, everything's good there. And then the final page here is where you can print the confirmation for the customer if it's stood in front of you, or you can choose to email it to other people as well. You can see the confirmation here at the bottom part of the screen, and that's what the customer is going to be receiving. It has all the details of the activities, the start times, the meeting points, the booking types, the prices, the taxes, and at the bottom the directions on how to get to all the meeting points, as well as little map links in there that will open up a Google map to help the customer as well. So that's how to make a booking very quickly and easily, and if you practice now on the training site, after you do 2 or 3 of them, you'll get the hang of it very easily.